See your Savannah Lowcountry Honda dealers for great deals on cars you'll love at the Honda Summer Clearance, the Thursday Night Blitz, brought to you by your Savannah Lowcountry Honda dealers. And here goes a play quickly to the right-hand side, and Toombs County again moving the football. That was to Jamar Smith, big number 22, and we'll give Smith a gain of 7, I believe, on the play. We'll see where they mark it exactly, and actually more than that, just moving, so it was just at the 10-yard marker.
Look at that offensive line getting a lot of push. The first they had 5 yards of push there, so to give that room, that boy that much room, he's going to pound it every time.
Everybody moved except the center and quarterback. 24 yards on 4 carries for Jamar Smith here in the third quarter alone. 19 yards for the quarterback Usher, so they're eating up clock. And they're eating up yardage, and they're driving again. That'll take them back 5 yards, so it's a first down and 15 to go, and they're just outside of their 15-yard line. We'll call it the 16-yard line. Jordan Usher under center. Good defense right there, and a ball on the ground, and Johnson believes they have it. Still waiting for the call, and the officials say it's second down, and they were fortunate to come up with that football on a bad snap.
They were. I'll tell you what, this would be a drive killer for them here. It's a good handoff. 45 gets his big hands in there and strips the ball, and then there you go. I think big lineman, 78, we got to give him his props. He recovered the fumble. Oh.
Usher gives it to Smith with a big hole up the middle. It was closed rather quickly, but Smith nevertheless rushes for about 6 yards and takes it just outside the 10-yard line.
That's going to leave 3rd and 10.
Nice drive here by Toombs County. Be interesting to do if they're able to keep this drive going and punch it down. What Coach Guy will do. Will he go for 2, or will he try to go ahead and kick the extra point? It's always decisions to be thinking about.
Smith and Usher themselves, I think Usher kept it himself that time, and Usher takes it down for a gain of a few yards, and, well, it's 4th down and short.
Pick up a 6. 4th.
They can get a first down just outside the 2. I got to believe they're going to go for it. A no-huddle offense. Yeah. They're talking it over. This is a big play here in the third quarter of play. There's lineman Guy calling the plays to his quarterback, Jordan Usher. Usher has Smith in the backfield. 4th down, a 4th and 2 on the play. Big pitch around the left-hand side. A lot of room to go, and a great defensive play right there by Johnson, and they'll take over the football.
Samuel Kinlaw there did a great job for coming up from a strong safety position. He filled the lane perfectly, kept his outside arm and leg free. And when you can do that here as a defensive back, you're going to be successful. He fought the block off and was able to wrangle down Coursey there on the 4th and goal.
Coursey nowhere to go. That could be one of the defensive plays of the game right there if Johnson can capitalize on this. Toombs County deep with the football, and now it'll be Johnson taking over the football. We'll see more of Raekwon Green, and we'll see if the leadership can keep the football. They want to hang on to the football. They haven't had the football much since early in the first quarter. Straight up the gut, nowhere to go. The defense collapses, and Toombs County defense, the linemen down there on the defensive line, Cole Dowd, giving them a big kudos. Dominic Smith, Bryson Jones, Bronza Bryson Smith, Bronza Jones, Jamar Smith, and Jaquil Boyd, Darius Scott, the linebackers. So they'll be tested here to see if Johnson, of course, they want to get a first down. They haven't had a first down. I'm not sure when, Mark, but I think it was back in the first quarter when they had a first down to play.
Yeah, it's important for them to come out and establish. Toombs County defensive line did a great job there. And they need to be able to get off the field quickly here.
Green with a man in motion. Gives it to Dushad Morris. Morris tries to get around to the right-hand side and can't get around to the right-hand side. Good defense right there. Morris nowhere to go.
Yeah, that Jamar Smith, I tell you what, a man on both sides of the football. They took a great angle at the football and would come up with a big play here on Johnson, one of the best offensive threats, Dushad Morris. Here's another big play in the ball game. You're talking about trying to flip it here. Toombs in a great situation here to get the ball back in great territory. But Johnson, if they can pick the first down, move the chains, give them a little breathing room at least.
Johnson with 7 yards to go for a first down and keep the football and the clock moving. It's 3rd down, 3rd and 7. Green under center for the Johnson Adams Smashers. Spinning to his right, rolling now to his right-hand side. Complete pass along the right-hand side, loses the football right into the hands A big 2-0. That's an interception. That ball was completed to Darius Miller.
Nathan Belch there on the interception. Wow, that what a turnover. This was the same play he scored a touchdown on down in the first quarter there.
Just simply lost the football.
That's the second time he's lost the football. Remember on the opening kickoff he had it looked like he was going to walk in, and it bounced out of his hands.
That'll give a head coach some ulcers right there. How do you work on that?
That's why you have an athletic trainer who's got the Pepto on the sideline for you.
Wow. Well, that gives Toombs County the football right back. More importantly, it puts the Johnson Adams Smashers defense back on the field. They have not had much of a breather for about an hour and a half now on the Thursday night Blitz game of the week. So it's Toombs County with the football. Usher is under center. Gives it to 2, and Dushad Morris makes the tackle. That was Bronza Jones, the run to the right-hand side. So that'll bring up a second down as the clock continues to roll. We're down to 4 minutes left in the third quarter.
Yeah, we've been to this quarter the whole time, and with Johnson's had 3 plays, that defense is going to get very winded.
Whistles on the play quickly right there. Man in motion, illegal motion, and that'll send him back 5 yards.
But you can tell this is the first regular season game for both of them. We've had a lot of mistakes, a lot of penalties, and that, you know, with high school kids, you're going to have that. But you see your biggest improvement from week 1 to week 2 in games. When I used to work for Bob Herndon, coach at BC, South FAM, he'd always say that your biggest improvement should come from game 1 to game 2, and you say that. And they used to call him Bullet Bob around the state. Yep.
Hand off to guess who? Jamar Smith around the right-hand side. Gets a block, cuts in, keeps on his feet. Jamar Smith is into the end zone. Touchdown. Oh, they mark him just outside the pylon. I thought he got in the corner there, but they didn't give it to him.
He stepped out about the 5. We have a flag down, too, on the play here.
Must have just stepped out because he looked like he tried to get to that pylon on the corner.
Tiptoed down here around the 5. See if we can see it on our view here. There he goes. Official called him out right there about the 4.5, 5 yard line.
He fell forward, but yeah, we got a flag on the play too, so we'll see if that comes back.
On the offense.
So holding will bring it back.
That'll negate a great run by Jamar. I tell you what, it's been fun watching this young fella play football. And he's going to run for somebody next year on Saturday, that's for sure.
We talked about 30 carries possibly. Well, he's up to 21 carries, so Usher putting the man in motion. Fakes it, going to the air now. Usher into the right side of the end zone. The ball is dropped. Trying to hit Cole Williamson on the right-hand side. Actually, good defense right there. Johnson making the stuff on the right-hand side.
That was Rajah Bush, secondary guy. He did a great job coming out of it. He's a junior. He got his hips around. He saw the football, and he made a good play. A lot of corners, inexperienced corners, would bite on the play fake away from him. They start sinking to the middle of the field, but he stayed with him.
Third and nearly 20 yards to go for Toombs County. Usher puts a man in motion. Gives it to the right-hand side. Great defense, ankle tackle and stuffed, nowhere to go. Tyrese Kent again stuffed, and the defense has come up big when they've needed to. They haven't been consistent, but they've come up when they've needed to.
What's that old saying, you bend but you don't break. Exactly what this Adams Smasher defense has done, and you know, if I'm Coach Tedder, I'm going to take that. You got 4th and what we call half mile here. So Johnson's got to make sure no penalty, don't give up the big play, get that defense off the field.
First time we've seen 4 wideouts spread out for Toombs County. They've spread the field, and they need a big play with 23 yards to go on the play.
Usually you got man coverage, you might see a wheel route here.
Good pressure up the middle.
Good post route.
Nice post route. The ball is caught, but he'll be well short of the first down. And
Innovate Johnson, you've got to be ecstatic about your defense. That's 3 big stands they've had down here. I mean, we're sitting here about 2.5 minutes, and Johnson's run 3 offensive plays this quarter.
So they'll take over the football again, and we'll see if they can move the football and get that first down that's been so elusive we've talked about. They have a 14-6 lead, and I guess if you're going to makes a mistake, just keep hanging on to that lead. It's a surprisingly Toombs County driving the football at the very end of the second quarter, unable to get it into the end zone. And we may see a good dose of Dushad Morris. He's in the backfield right now next to his quarterback Green, and handoff made, and actually number 7's checked into the game for Dushad Morris. And, well, nowhere to go. Jaquez Howell stuffed right away.
Well, it's very important here for Johnson. They've got to get a first down. I mean, they've got to give that defense a rest. That defense over there on the sideline right now, they're sitting down, they're huffing, puffing, they're drinking water. They got to have a little breather to be able to go back out there and stop this Toombs County offense, who's really now starting to click like Coach Guy wants them to.
Dushad Morris is now checked back into the football game, so he is in the backfield next to his quarterback Green. Second down and long for the Johnson Adams Smashers. Morris in motion, gives the football to Morris. He goes around the right-hand side, and, well, Coach really has high hopes for what Dushad Morris can do. Let's listen to head coach Thomas Tedder.
You know, Dushad's just one of those players that, very special player that, he's one of our home run hitters that can change the course of the game. We rely on him heavily on both sides of the ball. And he's just a good kid to be around, just a joy to coach. And, we just look forward to what he can do for us this season.
Home run hitter coach calls Dushad Morris, and we saw a glimpse of that with a big 46-yard run in the first half of play. But the Toombs defense has been tremendous ever since giving up maybe the 2 big plays early on in the game. So it's Green out of the shotgun, Morris standing next to him, a wild snap, but good pressure on defense, and the sack is in. I believe that was 8 coming in on the play. Cole Dowd. Huge defensive stand right there.
And that's a big play. That's what you want out of a senior defensive lineman. He came up there, he got good pressure, kept the quarterback inside, and, fought off the block, and there you go. And also you had, 49 on the play too.
49 on the play for Toombs. Darius Scott, 48, that's who it was. Hey, your replay was brought to you by your Savannah Low-Country Honda dealers for great deals on cars you'll love at the Honda Summer Clearance Event. The Thursday Night Blitz, brought to you by your Savannah Low-Country Honda dealers. So here we go. It's another 4th down and deep. You talk about flipping the field. Here's a great opportunity for Toombs County to get great field position again. Looked like a fake at first. Kick straight up in the air, and it's going nowhere. It bounces straight up and down at the 18-yard line, I think.
Yeah, there's a penalty flag, and it might be because he crossed the line of scrimmage. And if they did that, I think they're going to decline to take the ball.
Is that right? Yeah, okay.
Looks like they're coming off the field. Looks like Toombs County's
here in a
offense
situation, you want the football. You've got great field position. You want the football because if you make him re-kick it, you're scared you might run into the kicker. That'd be an automatic first down for him. So you're going to give your offense right here. I mean, what a way. This Johnson defense has been just the back's against the wall, and the Toombs County offensive line is really starting to hit a high gear now.
So what coach calls the Georgia Tech-like offense, the triple option on the field. Usher with the football, gives it to Jamar Smith. Smith goes up the middle for a gain of 2 on the play we'll give him.
Well, we talked about earlier, Ken, you said before the game you thought, for one of the key to the success for Toombs, Jamar Smith would have 30 rushes. Well, he's approached that now, and I think they're going to win this ball game. He's going to have 45 rushes before it's said and done with.
And that brings us to the end of the third quarter of play, a rapid third quarter with Toombs County completely running out the clock. 14-6, Johnson's your leader. We'll take a break and be back with the fourth quarter of play coming down to the wire on the WX Thursday Night Blitz Game of the Week.
The Thursday Night Blitz Game of the Week is brought to you by your Savannah Low Country Honda dealers.